Before I came to Japan, I was in a strange place in my life. On paper, it was clear that I had almost everything I had always wanted. I was a junior at my dream university, dating someone I love, studying the field I'm passionate about, psychology, and earning money through a tutoring job that paid better and allowed me more flexibility than past jobs I'd held. I felt very grateful for my good fortune and everything I had worked so hard for, but on the inside, I still felt like something was missing. I loved my life, but I sometimes felt like I was watching someone else live this beloved life, rather than truly living it for myself. Instead of living in the present moment, I spent much of my time reminiscing about the past, and even more of it worrying about my future. What would happen to me after I graduated from college? I wondered. The future seemed like an impenetrable black box that, no matter how hard I tried, I could not peek into. The perceived opacity of my future brought on so much anxiety that I was often mentally removed from my real, present moment life. This semester, I decided to take a break from the constant hustle and grind of Yale and study abroad at a university in Japan. I'd only been learning Japanese for a year and a half at this point, so I was incredibly nervous. But I believe that going out of one's comfort zone is necessary to truly change and grow. So I took the leap. Besides improving my language skills and studying for my classes, I have had one big goal throughout my time here: to change the way I relate to my present and future lives. I wanted to live in the present, and I no longer wanted to feel like a stranger to my own future. The present and future lives are, of course, lived by the same person. I wanted to feel like that was true. I wanted to find the power to create my future for myself, like an artist painting her masterpiece. I haven't accomplished this goal in full yet, but I've made some progress, and that's what matters. So I'd like to share with you what I've been doing to change my life for the better, to learn to live in the present, and to become the artist of my own future. The first thing I learned is the importance of living intentionally. Living intentionally can mean many things to different people, but to me it means setting clear intentions regarding what I truly want for my future. Knowing what you truly want can actually be a pretty tough challenge. One reason for this difficulty is because it can be hard to find your own voice amidst all the other streams of input you have encountered and stored over the years. Input from friends regarding their goals and plans, societal expectations, advice from family, storylines from movies and television shows, and even input from social media, where individuals often promote their own triumphs and their own particular way of life as the ideal for everyone. Over the past few months, I've been working to isolate my own voice among the mass of accumulated input. I'm also learning to identify goals that aren't really mine, goals that are simply replications of other people's ideas of success, and goals that I've been repeating to myself over and over for years without ever taking the time to examine if I still truly wanted them or if I ever really had. This process of finding what you really want takes time, and it requires you to be honest with yourself about what you truly care about. I'm learning to be honest with myself about what I truly desire for my future, and to consciously set my own intentions. Slowly, my vision of my future is becoming something that I've created for myself, rather than something I allowed to be created for me. Change is constant, and it's going to happen whether you like it or not. By being intentional about what you truly desire for your future, you can steer yourself towards your own vision of happiness and success. I'm working to be honest with myself, both about where I am now and where I want to be. If I can do these two things, I can set intentional goals and work towards them. Action and goals form the bridge between where you are right now and where you want to be. Of course, your true desires can change over time, and as a result, so can the goals that will help you to achieve these desires. Therefore, it is important that introspection be an ongoing process. Over time, we can become more and more attuned to our desires for the future, set more closely aligned goals, and work towards these goals, guided by the vision of the future to which they lead. The second thing I've learned is the importance of going outside of my comfort zone. At Yale, I was very much embedded in a comfortable routine. I did not try many new things or many things that I was nervous to do. I even frequented the same dining hall and study spaces almost every day because I was so familiar with them. However, I've realized recently that going outside of one's comfort zone is a necessary facet of intentional living. If you never leave your comfort zone, you will remain in the same routine, which may not be aligned with your goals and desires. To work towards your vision in life, you will have to do some things that are unfamiliar, uncomfortable, or even downright scary. For me, my decision to live with a host family in Japan was far outside my comfort zone. I could have stayed in a dormitory right next to the university, with English-speaking American roommates, and lived a similar lifestyle to the one I lived while staying in the dorms at Yale. However, I decided to live with a Japanese family, and since they don't speak English, that meant I would have to constantly speak Japanese, the language I was still learning. I was extremely insecure about my speaking ability, and I can still remember the fear, the anxiety filling my body as I waited for my host mom at the airport. I had to constantly speak Japanese in order to navigate daily life with my host family, and I talked to them every night at dinner. I also had to learn to navigate the bus and subway systems in Japan and budget my time wisely, as my commute to the university takes about an hour each way. All these things scared me, but they don't anymore. My host family is wonderful and has been so kind and patient with me, and I'm no longer afraid to speak Japanese. Even though I'm not a fluent speaker, I'm okay with just trying my best, making some mistakes, and learning from them. Recently, I also went outside my comfort zone when I went on a 5-day solo trip to Tokyo. This was my first time truly traveling alone, and I was nervous about getting lost or getting lonely. I ended up having an amazing time, and I'm so glad I went. Traveling alone taught me that I am more capable than I sometimes think, and reinforced how important it is to me that I travel to different places in the world throughout my life. I also became more confident in my ability to enjoy my own company and to be alone. No matter how strong or numerous your relationships, there is only one person who will be with you through every single moment in life, and that person is yourself. To help yourself grow, gain confidence, and clarify what you really enjoy doing, you'll have to step outside of your comfort zone sometimes. There's no need to do everything at once. Over time, trying new things, pursuing new opportunities, and just putting yourself out there can help you grow into the person who you always wanted to be. Lastly, the third thing I've learned is the importance of embracing the present moment. This importance, I believe, cannot be overestimated. We often tend to overlook the present moment by reminiscing about the past or spending too much time worrying about or planning for the future. We can miss what is right in front of us. The past is no longer here, and the future is not here yet. So if we neglect the present moment, we are missing out on the only thing that is actually real right now. There's a quote I love from Professor John Kabat-Zinn's popular book, Wherever You Go, There You Are, in which he states, "If you miss the here, you are likely to also miss the there. If your mind is not centered here, it will not likely be centered anywhere just because you arrive somewhere else." When I first read this quote 2 years ago, it struck me. I had never thought about it like that before, but I found that it described my life pretty well up to that point. In high school, I usually did not enjoy the present moment because I was too busy thinking about and planning for college life. But at college, I sometimes missed out on the full richness of life again because I've been so busy thinking about what happens next. If I can't learn to live in the present moment, There is nothing to stop this cycle from repeating over and over forever. Life is too beautiful to miss out on. Every day, I remind myself to be centered in the here and now. I do plan for the future as much as I need to, but I make a conscious effort to prioritize the present, which is my reality, my only reality. Throughout my daily life, I remind myself to take a deep breath and notice everything my senses are telling me. What I see, what I hear, the smell of the flowers around me. At any given moment, you are already exactly where you need to be. You are exactly where you need to be because you have already arrived. Take a second to appreciate this moment and everything you experienced in order to get here. I look around and I know I have so much to be grateful for. In order to plan for my future, I sometimes do immerse myself in thoughts of the years to come, but after that, I consciously return to the present, to my intentions and goals, to the people and things I truly care about, and focus on living in the full vibrancy of the now. In the present moment, we are already good enough because we are already here. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe for more videos every week, and let me know what you thought in the comments. I hope you have a wonderful, beautiful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye!